So I just got back from Value Village. I picked up a bunch of great stuff, which I want to share with you guys in today's video. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm the Commonlad, and if you're new here, I do tons of different videos surrounding things like selling stuff on eBay, doing different Shopify things, and Instagram theme pages. If that sounds like something you're interested in, please consider subscribing. And with that out of the way, we have a whole bunch of really good things I just picked up. I went to 2 different stores. They were actually quite busy, surprisingly busy actually. There was a lot of people there, so I kind of figured I wasn't going to find too much stuff. That was definitely proved wrong when I walked in the store and saw a lot of the stuff that I picked up. First of all, there were a ton of phones, which is something that I've picked up a lot of if you look at the shelf back there. And I was kind of thinking, okay, I'm not going to grab too many more of these things. However, what you'll notice is a lot of the ones back there are either bundles of 2 with their chargers and the base stations and everything. And they're sort of selling on the higher end of the phone prices. And they're selling okay. We're doing about 2 or 3, I think, a week right now in terms of the sales on them. And there's probably only about 25 of them listed. So it's not too bad. We'll be able to sell through those pretty quickly, and we're getting like $40 for, a piece or so, which is awesome. 30 to 40 depending on if it's a single or a lot of 2. But they're selling really well. So when I went into the Value Village today, I found maybe 25 phones that were all loose. No chargers, no AC adapters, nothing like that. But I figured they were all about $3 each. I figured I'm going to take this chance on them, maybe be able to sell them for 12 or 15 without the base station, and be able to get those sales to the people that are maybe just looking for the replacement phone without the AC adapter because they lost theirs somewhere. And hopefully that will allow us to be able to sell those for a lot of money without being able to charge so high. We'll be able to kind of undercut the market with some lower prices and see how well those sell. So there's a lot of phones. So we'll get into that here in a second, but as well as that, I found a really valuable system, I think. I will share with you guys that and some other different remotes and whatnot. So let's jump into it here and see what we picked up. Okay, so jumping over to the table, you guys will have to excuse the mess because I just finished doing a ton of eBay listings. In fact, that was all the last video, so that stuff's all still there. But here's what we picked up. We got 2 bags of stuff here from 2 different stores, as well as a system back here. Let me start off here with this bag right here, which is pretty full. I want to pull everything out. I'll lay it all out on the table, and then we can take a look at it. All right, so let's get into this pile of stuff right here that's currently falling over. We have, like I said, a ton of phones, and they're all like this, just loose phones, $2.99. I was able to get my 20% off coupon applied to these as well, so we got a discount on those. But we did get them, there's probably like 25 of them here. We did get them for around $65 for all of the phones. And you can see here that we've just got a ton. I'm not going to bore you with all of them, but there's quite a few. There's everything from Panasonic to AT&T to VTech. We did manage to sell a bunch of Panasonics. I think we sold a couple VTechs, and we've sold the AT&T ones. Like, I think it's this kind, right? Yeah. We sold, I think, a bundle of these. This was one I was testing for, I think, like $35, $40. So that was a pretty good one to pick up. But hopefully we'll be able to sell these all individually. Again, there's just so many of them. But these will be really quick to list. And yeah, they should sell well. I'm thinking they'll do okay. So there's just plenty of those. So over here is a pile of all the loose phones that were included that we bought. So that's pretty sweet. But over here is some other stuff. Again, a lot of phones, but these ones have the bases. So I picked up a couple of these. A couple more dollars usually, about $5 there. Should be able to make our money back. It's a big risk on phones, guys. I am definitely putting a risk in. This is actually, I don't know what that is a phone. That's a VTech bundle. I'm definitely spending my money here, but I think I'm going to do okay on them, hopefully. Here's another VTech there with a charger. Here's just a lot of loose chargers. This one always does well. These are AT&T ones. In fact, those might even go with the AT&T phone that we bought. Some of these might be compatible, but even if they're not, these should be able to get a nice $20 or so for the, bundle of them or whatever. So not a bad buy there at all. Another phone and bundle. And then a couple random things here. An Xbox 360 power cable, or sorry, AV cable, just in case I need one. $2.99, not bad. And then we've got this right here. It's a PS3 power cable. We just picked up a PS3, so I'm going to send that over to, I think, AirVal, who has it right now. And he can go ahead and bundle that with his system, as well as we have another Xbox 360 AV cable. So there we go. Then finally, and I believe I spent right around maybe, I think it was either 70, 80, it was under $100 for sure at this store, but I managed to pick up this system right here. So over here is the unit. It's a Pioneer system, and I always recommend picking up Pioneer systems because they tend to do well. I sort of started on the shelf like I always would. Again, there were a lot of people there, but I was looking through and I'm able to kind of identify, okay, VHS player, what brand is it, kind of guess how much I have or how much I can get for it. I'm looking down, DVD players, whatnot. This was one that I wasn't familiar with. This was a Pioneer system that is a hard drive, sort of unit that converts DVDs to hard drives, and I guess it's super high res or super high power or something like that. Model number on it is DVR-650H. I'm spending so much time on it because there's one sold that I saw on this exact unit for, I think it was $1,000, $999 American, which is insane. I mean, again, I never expect when I find these sort of items where I can see there's a huge sale price on them, I kind of never expect I'm going to get it. Maybe it's not working, whatever, but I figure if I can get 150, 200 for it, I'll be happy. So I pick it up with that in mind. If we can get 1,000 for it, that's ridiculous. But if not, I'm totally cool with getting, 150 or whatever. There were not a lot listed. There were a couple international ones. There were a couple sold in the past for like 700, 800, then one recently for 1,000. I'll throw it up on the screen in case you don't believe me, but you can definitely look up that model number and check them out. This one will be going up listed though. Again, I still have to figure out what I'm gonna list it for and give it a good test, but that could be a big find right there. So yeah, that's bag number 1, and let's move over now to bag number 2. All right guys, not a lot of items here comparatively, but just enough to make the trip worth it. We've got a couple random ones here, and unfortunately more phones. I know if people stop using cordless phones, or if I can't sell these things, I might be in trouble. Although luckily I don't have too much money in them, but this was definitely a risk, and I'm kind of putting a lot of my money on it. I should probably stop buying these until we sell a few more at least. But anyway, here's some items that we picked up here. They might interest you. We've got a couple of these new Rogers remotes. I've been selling the old ones pretty well, and actually I'm not even sure if we sold the ones from this store yet. I have sold them in the past though, and you can usually get about 30 bucks for a bundle of 2. These were the newer ones. I figure we wouldn't have any issue selling those, so we'll be able to get probably, like I said, about 30 bucks on those. I've got a lot of 2 VTech phones here. These were 5 bucks a pop. Should be able to get about 30, 35, maybe even 40 for those. They look like some super modern ones, very slick, so I think we'll be able to get our money on those. And then I bought a very new looking Panasonic one as well, $499, maybe, you know, I don't know, 25, 30 bucks there. So not bad at all. And then finally, a Bell 5 remote. We did sell one of these the other day for the new store. I think we sold it for 12 bucks free ship, but that was on free shipping Tuesday. So yeah, you're usually looking at about 15 bucks for the old ones, 12 to 15. This one was $2.99, so we can probably get about 20 for it because it's a newer one, I'm guessing. If not, about, you know, 12 to 15 bucks, we'll take it. Anyway, some decent items there, maybe, you know, 50 bucks in profit. But that's some pretty sweet stuff. So there we go, guys. That's a very quick look at the haul that I was able to bring in from Value Village. Again, a couple random items there, but mainly phones. So we'll see how we do on these phones. Hopefully we can do well. I figure, again, there's about 65, 70 bucks into the phones there in total. If we can sell, you know, 3 or 4, then we make our money back on them, and then we just slowly sell them over time, slowly get our money back on them. I'm totally cool with that. Not necessarily gonna fit everybody's different, you know, style of selling things on eBay. Some people like to pick up more expensive items and sell them real quickly. For me to have a reliable thing that can pick up every time and they do sell, I'm totally cool with that. We'll let you know though, because we have all these items listed back here, and you guys can see over the next couple weeks how well they start to sell. So definitely keep your eye back there on that shelf. I guess it will be getting more full though as I add more of these phones, so maybe that's not the best measure, but I'll come out maybe in a month or so and give you guys an update on how well the phones are selling, so you guys can kind of determine if they're worth picking up for yourself. With that all out of the way though, I just wanted to make this a quick little update video, give you guys a quick haul. I will have some stuff coming out, I think, early next week regarding some different shipping things on eBay, so hopefully you guys can look forward to that, as well as we will have a video probably where I go and list all these phones, because that will be fun. So that's coming out probably again early next week or sometime around then. But I will leave it there for today. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to go below, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Maybe let me know what you guys are picking up at the Value Villages these days. Let me know what your good finds have been. And with that all said, I will see you all in the next video.